Discord? Alright, man. Alright. Tempt me with a good time. Alright. Oh, hello.
Oh, baby, 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 dude. I just saw the end of that game. I saw the Dragoons trapped in. And I was
Terran
like,
is nuts. Nothing I can do there.
yeah, I mean, PvT is a weird matchup because like it is the most you just have to have a lot of stuff matchup in the entire game, I think.
The thing is, when I see other Protosses that make it look so easy, they get a nice surround, all the Terran tanks die.
Yeah.
I say, man, that's easy. And then I try it. I think my biggest issue is I'm doing the build you taught me yesterday where I go gate, and then I go robo, and then I go like 4-gate robo with the shuttle. And then after that,
with the expansion, right?
yeah. It's usually expansive.
I was like, oh no. It's like just like 4-gate 1 base. I'm like, well, actually, you can probably get some wins with that, yeah.
That's literally like after that, I like set up this contain, but my army is really weak on my contain, so then it's everything I'm doing is wrong.
Yeah, okay. So like I'm gonna say like 3 or 4 things, and I'm just gonna disappear again because I have to watch my buddies die in Dota.
Alright. Seems fair.
So build pylons in walls to block off Vulture. So at the front of your base, instead of building a cannon, build like 4 pylons, and then have a space, and then another pylon. And generally, you'll be rallied out into the middle of the map, so it's totally fine.
Are they? It's like a complete wall, and only like probes can get through.
If you do a complete wall off with pylons, then yes, probes can get through. But you leave like a space that a Dragoon can block it. And then what you can do is you can leave a Dragoon blocking that hole, and then you can be active with your Dragoons on the map sweeping mines, and you're totally fine. So if you expand to another main, you would just wall off that ramp with pylons.
Right. I do see that actually. I always forget to do it though. People always do that. They put like 2 or 3 pylons on the top of the ramp. Right?
Yeah, I think so that's like a tiny thing. I think that way bigger is that you don't really need gas until you are on 3 bases. Just get 1 gas geyser in your main base and focus on going 4-gate on 2 base. Then once you get to a 3rd base, go to 8 gateways.
Okay, that's a good rule. I don't know how many like I don't know how to divvy up my army, right? Like I'm going pretty much pure Dragoon early, but then I should be making charge lots eventually, right? And my Citadel should come down.
Basically, you go 4-gate with a robo, so that way you can get 1 shuttle and 4 zealots, and everything else is Dragoons.
The shuttle first, or do I get obs? I guess I don't need the obs that much until a little bit later.
Get the obs first, and then kind of park it over his main base, because basically, if he is expanding, and you see that he's on like 2 factories, you don't build gates. But if he is not expanding and he's going to 5 factories, you build more gates sooner.
Okay.
But really, you just want the shuttle at some point. It is a main army unit. It's not for harassment.
Oh,
it's
okay,
not for
yeah. I keep throwing it into the main and losing all my zealots.
Oh yeah. If you go into the main, you'll just slowly lose small amounts of units, and this matchup feels really weird up to like 13 minutes because you'll basically. What on earth was I talking about? Oh yeah, up to 13-minute mark. The matchup's weird because if you lose a Dragoon here and a Zealot here and a Dragoon here and a Zealot there, then all of a sudden, you just literally don't have enough to hold off the army. And it feels impossible. So conserving Dragoons is really good. Okay. But yeah, if you go 4-gate with Robo and an expand, and then you go 3rd base, Citadel to get Zealot leg speed, and then 8 gates. And right when you start your Zealot leg speed, your 8 gates should be done, and then you build only Zealots. So you should be halting Dragoon production somewhere between 12 and 24 Dragoons.
Oh, so you get quite a lot of Dragoons early though. 24, it sounds like a lot.
Yeah, Dragoons are great.
Okay. Alright, that makes more sense.
These ain't your Stalkers, man! Stalkers are the biggest tease in StarCraft 2. Because you're like, oh, I'm gonna get this great angle, I'm gonna come from the side, I'm gonna do all this action, and then they just, like, kind of fall over, and you're like, oh, shit.
Yeah. I mean, because, like, when they get the tanks and stuff in that early game, they go for, like, a fairly early tank-type push. I should probably be trying to make more Zealots then. Or am I still just using Dragoons to try to focus down the tanks?
Okay. With 4 Zealots in the shuttle. And so basically,
Okay.
the technique to defeating tank, I feel so guilty that I'm telling you this while I'm seeing you wall in against a Zerg. You know, it's like entirely different match, entirely different brain space.
That's fine.
But yeah, you want to the way that you deal with tank vultures in like a few phases. You keep the dragoons in the front, and then he comes forward. You pick off some vulture, pick off some tanks, and as he sieges, you back up to just outside of range, and then you stop again.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
he
yeah.
moves up, and you shoot a little bit, and you back off again. Because in that last game, I noticed that like once your contain broke, you kind of pulled back to your
Oh
main
yeah, I
base.
was in full panic mode.
Oh yeah, no, of course, standard. Yeah, because I mean, like what I'm sharing is not the correct thing. It's like a goal that you're trying to get as much as
I mean,
possible.
I definitely wasn't. I was pretty pretty mist cloudy on like my numbers. I was mixing in too many zealots in my army, I think, or I don't know. I was not getting the right composition at the right time. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure you can get early dragoons are really strong.
Yeah,
Even dealing those
yeah.
tank pushes, you can just kind of go in on them.
Oh yeah, yeah, because tanks are not the greatest against dragoons until the numbers for both of them get real high. Oh, nice micro with that zealot. Oh, he's so pro.
You say that, I turn around and I instantly lose it.
Yeah, you like lose it. I'm like, ah. It's like when you canceled the wall in yesterday. But I get angry. Oh man, well it's so funny because like this is not even a game, right? This is like an extension of my body, Brood War. So like when you like just looking at your Wallen, I mean this looks like the teeth of a hillbilly. I mean, it's just like holes everywhere, man.
You know what? I got thrown off because when I first started playing, people were trying to tell me how to wall, and every time I was trying to wall, there was something about people were trying to tell me how to make a tight wall, basically. So I got all these different ideas about what is right, what is wrong with these walls, and now I'm even more lost, honestly. I like.
Yeah.
I couldn't be more. I just wing it.
Yeah, like you can wing it. This is I would say remarkably exposed for a wall. I mean, this is such a huge entrance. He's just gonna march his circlings in, man.
Oh my god, he's already attacking me!
Oh no.
I was about to say, if he goes for an early Hydra push, this is gonna be good for me because I can just make a million cannons.
Yeah.
But he's already.
Dude, you build like literally 50 cannons.
Oh yeah.
Actually, I shouldn't say literally figuratively. You should build something more like 10 cannons. And send your Corsair out.
Oh, I might be alright here.
Yeah. Yeah, it actually looks like it is the classic 2 Hydra 6 Zergling push.
Oh god, I'm not alright.
Oh shit. Keep building cannons.
No! Be useful, probes.
Oh my god. I mean, keep building cannons too. Looks like you'll be able to hold, but.
Oh, he ran to my main.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm so
Oh
excited.
wait, I got zealots.
Oh yes.
Oh
God.
Am I gonna lose every single probe I've ever owned?
Maybe I don't know. They're just Hydralists, and workers in this game are actually really very strong.
Oh, easy hole.
Just make sure you keep building cannons at your front.
Oh my god, he's still my natural.
Yeah.
He is like super all in on this though, I'm pretty sure. Well, maybe not all in enough for me to get this W. Probes, whose team are we on here? Where is my zealot? Oh my god, he's still in my main. The longer this goes.
Swear to God, I could watch Brood War all day, and that's basically what I did today. Is I watched like TV and Brood War, and then I played a little Dota. And I like went back and watched Brood War.
Now you're watching the highest level of Brood War.
Yeah, my sleep schedule is so fucked up, man. I nap like 4 times a day. My body does not know what to do.
Naps are the story of my life, so sounds like.
Really? Are you a napper? I mean, I know you're trying
yeah.
hard to stay alive right now.
Oh yeah. I always get hounded for taking too many naps, actually.
Really?
Oh my god. If I hold this, I win. Fact or fiction?
If you hold this, it's probably pretty even.
Oh my god. Oh boy. What about if I don't hold it?
if you hold it, you'll probably... If you don't hold it, you'll probably win.
Good to hear.
Yeah, I mean, I'd keep making cannons at the front. Like, you really need something like 10 cannons up there, like, real fast. Like, all touching each other, super clustered.
I had a decent amount of cannons, so I said to myself, I think I'm okay, but I didn't scout fast enough with my probe. I should have seen if he had a third base or not. But the issue is, right now, I'm either playing kids who know what they're doing or don't know what they're doing. So sometimes I'll scout, and they won't have a third base just because they're bad. And then sometimes they won't have a third base because they're about to hit me with something heavy.
Yeah, it's... like, for what it's worth, you don't actually have to early expand. Like, holding an early expansion is actually quite hard. Like, all the top pros do it because, like, they know, like, 15 super important little tiny things, but you can just build gateways in your main base and then, like, go down the ramp and stuff and then just, like, blow shit up.
Going down ramps, not the easiest thing in this game, though.
Dude, tell me about it. I remember I was in StarCraft 2 and I timed that you can get a maxed army up and down a ramp in 5 seconds in StarCraft 2.
Well, it probably depends if the army combat. It could be 5 or 6 seconds, you know? Big difference there.
It could be up to 6, yeah. You know, everything's just like total fluid.
Yeah, I mean, I'm doing a pretty good job at, most of my wins today came off of using the chokes and like taking good angle on the arcs, but sometimes I'll be in the arc, or like a lot of times I'll be below a ramp and I'll be like, okay, I'm below a ramp. There's no way this guy's gonna come down this ramp because I am below it, and you're not gonna try to challenge me down here. And then they come down and then they have more than I do, and then I lose. I get overwhelmed.
Dude, it's that's what I love so much about this game, is that like there's always the theoretically correct thing. Or it'll be like, well, this guy should have an advantage here.
What happens?
But it's very easy for any situation to swing in any particular direction. It's awesome.
I did have some crazy games today for sure. I've had some really cool games actually. Like once we played a 27-minute PvP that we barely won, but then I've had a couple games that were like wicked long lurker contains, and I was like 100% I was dead, and then I just held on long enough, and then I just kind of won.
Dude, I actually feel like this is like, I'm gonna do this Brood War series in like 2 weeks or so, and like the very first video is literally just gonna be expectation management. Just like, here's what the game is, here's what the game isn't, because I think that like too many people feel that you have to be able to do all the stuff mechanically well before you can do the real game, which is the strategic side of things. Because, you know, it's kind of like how Civilization works, right? You like do all the actions on your turn.
Right.
And then you end it and you're like, okay, I am now happy with my strategic decisions. But in Brood War, you, like, the disorganization and the difficulty of managing all the stuff is the game.
Right.
That's like what it is. So in other words, you don't really need to feel like you're not getting to play StarCraft, because like you're doing it. Like that guy who's trying to contain you, it is so hard to keep a lurker contain up. There's like so much stuff you have to manage in your base and at this front of battle, and then you just sort of like out executed him, and then fucking executed him.
Like, I think it's a fair point, a good point to make too, is especially, you know, if you're gearing it to like all the people that are coming from StarCraft 2 to Brood War, right? You're so like you're so used to so many different things that it does, especially for me, you know, I've been playing pretty much StarCraft 2 pretty hard for the last 3 years. I like coming to Brood War, it feels like I'm playing badly, but like that's actually just kind of how games are. Like all games are sloppy. Like you should feel okay playing sloppy because it's just the way the game is.
Yeah, because I mean, like in StarCraft 2, you might be in a situation where you need to know, oh, I need this adept here and that adept there, and I need to not build this third adept so I can start this other thing sooner. And like that's all on the strategic level. But, you know, in Brood War, it's like everyone is going to have Dragoons early against Terran. Right. Like, everyone. So, like, no one is shocked. That is not the subtle secret, is like, I built Dragoons versus Terran. I have a build. Like,
that's true.
you know, it's like what you do and how you set them up and how you place them and all those things that like really matter.
That's true. I mean, one of my this is not as related to that, but learning the maps is so hard for me with the Black Fog of War. I feel like I'm just lost 90%, especially on this map. The maps where there's 3 spawns.
Yeah, dude, they should just change it. Like, I know.
Oh, day9 changing his ways here.
Yeah, no, I mean, totally. Like, I mean, it's just so that one really is weird because it's just so hard for anyone to learn any map, and I just want people to learn Brood War.
Yeah, I do think it would make, because like I played this exact map earlier versus a Protoss, and I had him contained. I'll show you on stream. I had him contained outside this ramp on this map. I mean, you obviously know this map. So like he has that base where it is on this game, except there's a Protoss, and I was playing him, and I was like, I guess he's just not expanding, and I little do I know. There's 2 in-base bases here, right?
And dude, there's a whole inside ring of bases.
So
yeah, it's so
I watched
funny.
the replay. I'm thinking, man, this guy had a lot of stuff, and I thought they were both islands. I honestly thought they were both islands. So I was like, this is fine. And then all of a sudden, I pushed across the map, and he had way more than me. Oops.
Oh man. One thing I'll note is your cybernetics core was started when you had the convenience of that pylon in your main done.
Yeah, I
you
know.
want to start your cybernetics core like instantly as fuck. Like that is beyond.
I messed
critical.
up my Well, you know what happened was I didn't realize my gateway was almost done. I thought.
Well, I am very distracting. I'm like pontificating about the nature of learning and expectation. You're just like trying to build a fucking gateway. Like.
Well, I mean, that's also that, like, you've played so much your Brood War is basically what my StarCraft 2 is. Like, when I play StarCraft 2, I just have all these natural senses of, like, when I should get something, the certain timings I should have.
Yeah.
And I just know it all off the top of my head. I can just feel like, okay, he could be attacking me right now with this or this or this. But in Brood War, I haven't picked that up yet. I am starting to learn certain timings. I am also learning to strongly dislike PvP. It's been a bit of a... It's just early game zealots, and then controlling early game zealots, basically. It makes me want to bang my head into the wall sometimes.
Wait, not the Dragoons? That's according to the meme, you're bitching about the wrong unit. It's the Dragoon that's the problem unit.
Both are pretty tricky. Yeah, I mean, what keeps happening to me is I'll get Reavers, and then I'll go across the map, and then I'll just get out microed by Dragoons, and I'll just lose. I shouldn't be losing with Reavers, but I find a way. I'll find a way. Me on that.
Oh, dude, no, that's every Protoss player. Every Protoss player just marches out and loses their... Holy shit, you are doing a fast 3 base. Whoa, you're crazy. You should immediately get a Templar Archive so you can get Storm. Otherwise, you're busto.
Yeah, I guess I should have learned from my last game. The thing is with this map, he might not even realize I have that base, you know? That's what happened to me, so maybe it'll happen to him.
Yeah, I gotta work on my brain programming, because when you say, like, he might not know I have the base, like, part of me is like, why would he not scout all the bases? Like, and I'm like, oh, yeah, because this Zerg player probably, too, is like, Brood War sounds like a cool game. I will play a game of Brood War. And then he, like, launches into a map pool that has, like, fucking Outsider and Nostalgia in it. Like, what bastard...
What are your thoughts on this map pool? Do you not really like it, compared to for the first map pool? Are you okay with it?
It's hard for me to say I don't like it because I love all of those maps, except Outsider. I'm not too familiar with. I haven't played a lot of games on it.
This guy's going muted, so
yeah, this is why you just keep building Corsairs.
But I can't attack with the Corsairs unless I'm next to a cannon. That's what you told me.
Now you're learning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well,
unless I have enough Corsairs where I can just kill everything.
Yeah. I mean, like, you see Mutalisk, you just like run away.
Yeah.
It's so funny to watch, like, you know, when I would be tryharding as Protoss, you know, like I'm good at Protoss for Zerg because I'm good at Zerg versus Protoss, yeah, and I'd be like trying to micro him really hard, and then I like watch Bisu play and like the Scourge show up and he just like goes back home every time, like doesn't even look at them anymore. And I'm like, oh, okay.
That's true. I used to play. I mean, with different games. I used to play quite a bit of Zerg back in Wings of Liberty. I mean, obviously I played mostly Protoss, but I think the same thing. I'd be like, you know what? I'm gonna be a really good Zerg because I know how to beat Protoss, and then it's always easier said than done. I will say one thing I like about Brood War is Muta's showing. Oh my God! We have bases next to each other in the bottom left.
Yeah, man, it's outsider.
Oh my God! I just got scourged.
The way that you say, oh my God, it's just so. You just.
Wait, can I not go past these minerals, or can I? He's sunken rushing me now.
That's amazing. What a great game. I love Brood War.
Oh goodness.
Okay, what you should do is just pull your probes back.
So I can't get through these mineral patches, huh?
You cannot. You need to pull your probes back, and then you're going to just wait till you have Zealot leg speed. You're going to keep making Corsairs. Get a Robo as well for observers.
Oh my God. Can I never engage these Scourges, or can I ever engage them?
If you have +1, oh yeah, I should have said you should get +1 attack next game that you play.
Oh yeah, with my air.
But yeah, if you get enough, you can do it. But basically, you're just gonna get speed zealots, and then you're just gonna go fucking kill them.
Okay, good, because I didn't control very well versus those Scourges.
Oh my God.
I tested the waters, didn't work out well for me. I'm gonna be upfront with you.
Sometimes you dip your toe in the waters, and the waters deal 110 damage.
It looked like I could have had that. I'm gonna
oh my God.
with you.
Instantly re-expand to the top right. I love this, because like in StarCraft 1, you don't expand that much. You kind of like expand and then like carefully plan and. Should
I get Storm, or am I just gonna kill him with Zealot legs?
Oh yeah, I had assumed you were already going for Storm. Sure. You want your Storms up all day, all the way.
The issue with Storm is I'm very good at mass storming. I'll select them all and then throw about 20 storms out at once. Because I also think he's off immune. Oh my God, I always do this. I always get wicked late observers, and then they're on lurkers, and I'm in trouble. If he's on lurkers, I'm kind of in trouble.
Nah, you got it. You're gonna move out, and if you see the see lurkers, you're just gonna pull back. You're gonna get observers, and you're gonna go fucking kill them.
I have to go dragoons against lurkers, don't I?
Well, let's see what he does first. You want to begin. You slowly begin making your way towards dragoons.
He's on Hive.
Kill him.
Oh my God.
Yeah, just send everything in and just kill him like right now. And you might want to get a second Stargate as well.
What does Hive? Could it be on Guardians, or is it gonna go Defilers? I don't really understand any of the other units, but I know they're good. Wait. Is he gonna die?
Going for Hive at this point in time is it doesn't mean anything.
But I can't really.
It's like oh, I see the third Robo in PvP in StarCraft 2, and I'm like, well, no one goes 3 base 3 Robo. Like that's not a build. So you're gonna annoy him with these Corsairs while your Zealots kill everything. So just continue to poke at the Mutalisks and ensure that they can't really do that much, and yeah, as long as you. Yeah, great.
He's got his Queen's Nest.
Alright, just go fucking kill him then.
Yeah, I mean, you're pretty tanky.
Yeah, Zealots are really strong. Kill his whole main base. And then he's basically dead. I would get shuttles up to just begin dropping on his various expansions.
I feel like I'm playing on like career right now, honestly.
Why is that?
I just felt like I was lagging there.
Oh, I thought you meant because he was doing this like advanced Gosu Korean build. I was like, no, this looks like a US West game for sure. You're on the right server.
He's getting a lot of mutas here.
Yeah, that's fine. Second Stargate, you're just going to continue to make lots of Corsairs. So, yeah, I mean, like, starts chasing you with Scourge, just use your Zealots to kill off his Hive, use your Zealots to kill off his buildings. Just his main base. Only focus on his main base. None of your units can even path to get to the other expansions.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, given that it's Brood War pathing, they will look like they are trying. But I guarantee you they're not going to be able to get there.
Yeah,
Once you get the shuttle up, you'll be good. I mean, you actually have really nice macro, and, setting up of all your probes and bases and stuff. And that's what you leverage to win. If you're like, when in doubt, you can just say, well, I think I have more stuff than he does, and then you can kill him.
I like that strategy.
Yeah, I love fucking killing him, man.
I think I should have been able to kill his entire main base, and I didn't.
Well, you're gonna get a shuttle, and you're just gonna ferry zealots over to that bottom base.
Yeah.
And,
He's got a lot of sunkens down there, though.
You keep expanding. Just build. You need to get like 15 gateways. No, wait. More accurately, I guess like 11 or 12. Because in StarCraft 2, it's okay to not build stuff a lot of the time because then you just rapidly build up. Sort of. You know, you do a few production cycles out of your warp gates, and you're like, all right, cool, we did it. We're maxed. But in Brood War, it just takes a very, very long time to build an army. So if you don't get production structures up, then you wind up in these situations that are unwinnable because you just didn't have enough output.
Your thoughts on me mixing in some scouts here?
I mean, that's a meme. It's absolutely a meme, so... I wouldn't do it. I would just either halt production and get more gateways and get a stronger ground army, but really the big thing is that it is so devastating to lose control of the skies and lose to Scourge and Mutas and Guardians and stuff like that.
Could I just look away for a second and then end up accidentally losing all my air units here?
Not really. I mean, kind of.
I'm pretty scared of Scourge. I'm gonna be real with you.
No, I think you're good. I think you're good right now. Yeah, I mean, I would just try to keep building shuttles.
Okay, that was good.
Keep
I think I have
figuring
enough now.
these things
He's got
over.
a lot of Scourge, actually. Couldn't I just get like 3 Archons and just go across the map?
Yeah, it's great. Keep building Scourge, or keep building Corsairs. Kind of maybe stop at, 11 or something. You're at critical mass, so he actually can't touch you with Scourge, so I would just like to start flying straight into his main base. Oh my god. Oh, all those Mutalisks. Oh yeah. Oh my god, I'm watching them die.
Oh, I just had a wicked nice storm. Yeah, you're gonna have to check that storm out right
Wicked nice. I love that. I love wicked nice. Wicked nice is a great phrase. Wait, you.
It was a wicked nice storm. Let's be honest.
I mean, it was accurate in its goals.
Yep.
Of self-sabotage.
Oh, check this out though. I'm gonna give him a chance to avenge himself. I guess he's got a lot of other bases here, huh?
Yeah.
I'm gonna need like 1 million shuttles to touch this guy. Oh wait. I wish my zealots could just get over there. Maybe if I make like... Oh, I could make dragoons to be annoying on these mineral patches. Okay, I'm just gonna shuttle things over here. He's got a double spire up with this top base.
Hell yeah.
I like his style. He's got so many mutas.
Yeah, this is why a lot of Protosses just hate this map. Is because like it's hard to get a gas as Protoss.
Oh, so you're saying I probably shouldn't have stormed my own army?
I generally advise against the storming of one's own army.
I'll consider it in the future.
I'm traditional in that way.
I got some big... What you gonna do, dude? I got Corsairs. I should have +1 air by now, huh? That's probably a thing. Oh, I got +1 air.
Well, I mean, in your defense, I did say, next game, because, it is a timing thing, but I probably should have thought better of it, given that it is outsider. People really love doing this turtle air stuff.
He said nice job to me. Don't really know how to handle his...
Dude, assume genuineness. he hit you with a nice job, lol. Oh, I see. Damn it! My Scourge. No, you needed. This is your Scourge. I'm not near my Muta.
Pretty sure.
Oh, unlucky.
He called GG, but he's taking another bait. Okay, never mind.
Dude, no, this is the Brood War way. Like, this is normal to me. Like, it's so weird in these modern games. People are like, GG, and then they hold the power button and turn their computer off, right? They just, like, get out of the game as fast as they can.
Back in Brood War, I had the same thing. What you guys were talking about yesterday, where people would change teams. I think our host was talking about it. And, like, comp stomps, people would change teams. I was the receiver of that. And I would be, because a few of my brothers played then, and I would be so upset at the guy that changed teams.
I know. You feel a real sense of betrayal.
Because I'd always be the worst player. I was literally in tears. I was begging him to rejoin my team because I cared about my record. Was what it was.
Oh my God, you begged, dude. I've been in those games where I'm like, what? That's not what we did. We didn't agree to this.
Well, I mean, I also definitely disconnected back in the day because, the thing is, I used to be so upset because my record, I'd be like 10-0 and 300 disconnects. I'd have a horrible record.
Yeah, this very clearly plug pulling record.
In my mind, I was undefeated, and I would be in the general chat, and I would see people who are rated. They would have a rank, right? It'd be like a yellow thing. They'd be rated, and they would have like, I don't know, they'd be like ranked 600, 1,000, and of course I didn't understand there was a competitive scene at all, and I did not understand the rank. And I can remember telling my friends, I'd be like, dude, how is this guy ranked 500 right now? He's like 10-10. And I'm 20-0, and like I just didn't understand that there was a ladder. There was like kind of a ladder back then. I don't really understand it all, but
yeah, I mean, for me, I did not understand the difference between rank and rating.
But you couldn't you couldn't get rated until you played ranked, I think.
No, I mean, like, I didn't understand the difference between, like, you have a rating of 995, which puts you at a rank of 20,000th on the ladder. You know the difference between your MM arbiter standing. I just didn't understand that. So, like, I lost my first game. We started 1,000 ELO.
Oh, yeah.
I got to, like, 975, and I'm like, I am one of the top 1,000 StarCraft players in the world.
I do like that,
and then, dude, oh, fuck, I forgot about this. And for whatever reason, they had ranked matches of any format contributed to the same rating. So you could play in free-for-alls and win even more points and lose less points. Because if you played in a ranked free-for-all, you could win 40 points, but you were only losing 5 or 6 if you lost.
Oh, wow. So people could climb. They kind of would cheap it out like that. They climb the ladder without actually doing it.
I don't know why, but they just would not do this.
Were you doing that?
Oh, yeah. Are you kidding me? I'd be like, 6-man ranked free-for-all. Oh, what was the name of this map? What was, StarCraft ladder maps?
Should I be probe scouting against random?
After you build your pylon, yeah, probably.
Yeah, that's what I meant. That's crazy. I mean, it's because the thing that kind of made Brood War unique a little bit is it kept a record of your custom games, right? Because, like, I never played ladder, but I had a record. And it still does it now. They kept that. Because I played one game Comp Stomp earlier, and I lost. And,
oh, and it just goes on there?
Yeah, well, it doesn't... It shows the record separately. It says that my overall is 20... I was 20-20, but my ranked is 20-19. So it shows them... They're a little separated, but it does still put them together.
I think one of the smartest things that game companies ever did was hide records.
You think so?
Oh, what an absolute smartest
I guess record... I mean, are you against records and ratings, or do you think there should be only ratings, no records? Or just nothing?
I love ratings, but no records, because, you know, it's
That's a little different
really... I don't know, it's like it lies to you, you know, because you're sitting there, you're like, I'm 12-2, and like, what does that mean? I don't know, it doesn't fucking mean anything, right? You like you won 12 const stomps and lost like 2 real games, like it doesn't mean anything. Or even if you're talking about like, oh, I'm 12-4 in legit 1v1s, like, okay, I mean that's cool. It means that you have a winning rate in your most recent games, but if you are now 20-20, it doesn't mean that you're a worse player. You're actually like learning a whole bunch of stuff.
Right, that's fair. That's fair. I think there has to be rating though, because There needs to be something that drives you to compete and play more. Like, there
Yeah,
has to
and
be.
I
There has to
love
be
the
rating.
ephemeral nature of like rating and MMR and stuff like that, where
That's fair.
you know I can be pissed off about a loss, but then I sit down and I'm like, all right, my rating is thing X, and I can work on that.
Yeah. Actually, I think StarCraft is. I don't know about some of the other games, but StarCraft is actually one of the few games that actually shows your record. Now that I think about it.
Yeah,
I don't think League of Legends shows your record. CS:GO definitely doesn't show your record. Hearthstone doesn't show your record. I don't know about Dota.
yeah, doesn't. I mean, you can.
I actually
you
haven't
can
thought about
find
that.
it, but
I think they don't. They only show wins in every league but Grandmaster now in StarCraft 2. I think. But
yeah, I mean, like, I don't mind if it's there, but I love when it's like super deprioritized and not like in your face, because if it is,
a record's scarier than just a number, right?
yeah, because it's this permanent thing. Like, I got a loss. Like, I used to have a 90% win rate. Now I dipped to 88. I'm awful. Like, I had a real hard time with it as a kid, and that's why I pulled the plug, man. I'd be in these games. I'd be in like there was this use map settings game called the Race for Death, where you were a vulture and you literally raced other vultures around a track. And you know who won? It was the person who knew how the pathing glitches worked the best. Because you were just trying to like move your vultures around to dodge them.
Yeah.
And you know, I was like losing this game because I like bumped into one of the neutral, not creeps, the neutral. It was a Ragnasaur. Okay, I bumped into a Ragnasaur, and I my vulture stopped, and I was like, ah! I just like ripped the cord out of the computer.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And I did that so many times that I had one of those ratings like you talked, or records you talked about, where it's like, you know, 120 and 12 and 120.
That's true. Yeah. I a little off topic, but that was kind of like me when I was like even just playing anything, like even just playing like wiffle ball or something with my friends. Like anytime I lost anything, I would not be happy. Like, I could literally lose a friendly game with my friends, and I would still be angry about it. Like, it would just like ruin the next like 3 hours. And that's kind of like you. It's like, you know, you'd have to disconnect, otherwise it would just be, even if it's a casual, right? Even if it doesn't even matter, you'd be like, I can't have this loss. I definitely did the same thing. I would do pretty much only fastest map possible, and I did not want to lose.
God, just any loss in anything. Yeah, no, I had a real hard time with it. Actually, quite late, even like up through college. It was only in grad school I started to actually foster a person that was like, you know, I don't actually need to care about every single game that I play of everything. But like, you know, we'd be playing NFL Blitz on the Nintendo 64, and that game was so dumb because like literally at any point you could tackle anyone. So the game would begin and you just spam tackle and switch character, and like all the linemen would just fucking tackle each other, and if someone was throwing a pass, you just like fucking tackle them. It's just no nonsense.
Oh yeah.
Or nothing but nonsense. It was amazing. And you know, like playing this game, and George does the Hail Mary pass where you hike the ball and you literally run as far back as you can because it's perfect passing accuracy. So he just hits the pass button. I try to tackle all his things, but instead I just miss him and he catches it. And I stood up and I went, ah, and I like threw my hands. But I actually lost control of the controller.
Oh
and
god.
I threw his controller, and you know how the N64 controller looks like.
Oh,
like
yeah.
the point went funk and it stuck into the drywall.
Oh god.
Everyone's like, Sean, why'd you throw the controller to the drywall? And I wanted to be like, listen, I was mad and I sort of threw my arms, but it slipped. But that no one's gonna believe you now, right? You just gotta be Sean the controller thrower.
It just
right?
sounds bad anyway you spin it.
Yeah. Yeah, so if you take your third base right around now, cancel that gas that's at your expansion, because you just don't need gas.
Where is my third base? I think this guy's losing.
Right side of the map, 3 o'clock.
I don't know. This guy was, I think, one of those ones that was not as strong.
He's doing the thin build. Everyone is doing these like super thin, like need to know exactly how to place buildings, plus control stuff, plus have good timings. So your expansion should probably have been started at around 40 supply, I would say.
Oh wow, that's quite a bit. Once again, I have a hard time expanding because I don't know where the bases are. Sometimes I won't expand because I just
Yeah.
I can't even figure it out where it is.
No problem, man. Just go to 10 gates. That's great.
I think I'm just gonna bring this thing in here and drop on him. I don't think I can actually kill him though. Yeah,
Remember to build those pylons at your expansion so that it walls off the outer ramp.
Oh yeah, or at least somewhat. Oh. Yeah, one of my issues definitely while playing is once we get like going into this mid game here, I have a really hard time just macroing.
Yeah,
I always forget to make a million gateways.
Yeah. I think that like some of that is the planning. Just saying like I go 4 gates and expand. Now I'm on a 3rd base, so I want to go to 8 to 10 gates. And then as those are building, I will want to be preparing for a 4th. After which I will want around 15 to 16 gateways. Right? You just get these numbers stuck in your head. But the other one is that your building placement is sort of all over the place, and because it is so hard to macro in this game, you know, you could just open up single player. Like this is what Nick does anytime there's a new map with Protoss. He'll just like open single player, figure out where all his gateways are gonna go.
It's a good idea. I mean, yeah, that definitely happens to me. I just everything is kind of clumped, and yeah, I don't know when I'm getting it. It's pretty much a cluster. I think that one thing about this game too is it's a lot more about being. I feel like it's a lot more about being precise. You can get away with less hotkeys, I think, in Brood War actually. Well, because it's mostly mouse clicks.
Yeah. So, whenever you're building your army, you want to first build all the dragoons and then build all the zealots. So, like, if your whole army dies, what'd you say?
Oh, okay. If my army dies, this game I got zealots earlier than I should have. I think.
They looked about right. You got the timing on the Citadel of Adun. Great.
I don't know how to wall this though. Do I need a 4th pylon? Does it take 4 pylons to wall? I have no forges. I should probably have forges, huh?
Upgrades are not as important in this matchup as bases are.
I guess I don't even really need cannons that much either. Maybe.
It doesn't really look like it. I mean, I think you're just going to get Zealot with leg speed, and then when you like this is again like a really weird thing about StarCraft 1 versus StarCraft 2, specifically with Protoss as well. I shouldn't say specifically, but more so with Protoss. In StarCraft 2, there are trigger units that permit you to do the thing now. You know, you do a push because your 2-2 is done, or you now have Colossus range so you can attack, or you have Colossus and Storm, so now you can begin being aggressive. In this game, it's like, yep, feels like I have the right amount of units, and then you just bomb in there. Because Dragoons and Zealots are your core units for the entire game. Yeah. There's no magical unit that is going to let you do better than that, and
that takes some getting used to.
Yeah.
Just so, especially for all the people playing StarCraft, you're so used to getting the high priority units up.
Yeah.
My shuttle control needs a lot of work though, because it seems like a lot of that's kind of your major unit, and a lot of this stuff is shuttle control, juggling.
Yeah.
Move things around.
Yeah, and what's great is that you just pick one. You can just be like, you know, for my next games, I am going to focus really, really hard on my shuttle control. And then for the next few games, be like, I am just focusing really hard on my Zealot control. Or on my Dragoon control. Because your Dragoon control at the start of the game was pretty good. And then your Dragoon control during that last attack, Dragoon control,
they all died.
You just sent him in.
Yeah. Well, I kind of knew I was going to overrun him there.
Yeah. And I mean, choosing what to control and what not to control, like, is the game. So,
it's true. I think
dude, fucking nice win. You fucking destroyed him. Destroyed him.
Terran, yeah, that felt better. Because I was, I mean, that guy I don't think played that well, and plus I got really far ahead from those early 5 Dragoons that I was just sitting with. Like, I don't know how he took so much damage to those Dragoons, but he kind of did.
Yeah.
But yeah.
The reason he took so much damage is that his bunker was touching his command center, so he couldn't get the SCVs behind the bunker to repair it.
Even still, I think his tank was really late that game. Because for a long time, I wasn't even planning on doing anything with his Dragoons, and then all of a sudden, he just, like, was losing things. And I was like, oh, I guess I can just attack him here. So I can unload, press on shuttle, will drop. I think I was pressing my unload on the shuttle. I think. I changed some of my things to, my StarCraft hotkeys. Like, my dropship is D now instead of U.
Yeah, did I do that? Like, E is probe for me in Brood War. Like,
yeah.
I got no shame on it. Well, I'm gonna go to bed, dude. Good luck, have fun. GG.
Thanks for joining us again, man. I'm really appreciating it. It's been very fun.
Oh,
very
dude,
fun.
it's so fun. Dude, watching everyone play Brood War is just the biggest treat ever. It's so fantastic.
Thanks for coming on again, man. I really appreciate it.
Woo, you're the best, MCanning. Oh my god, MCan hype. Oh. Alright, I'm leaving you. Bye.
Take it easy, dude. Show him some love, guys. Graced by day9's presence back-to-back nights. I didn't see his race, but we're improving fast and furious. With the help of day9, man. I thought I was doing that. I think I was dropping.